Okay. Okay, students. How are you all? Now we are starting our chapter, Human Rights. And this is our lecture 2 of chapter Human Rights. Is it clear? जी जी Okay. Our chapter name is Human Rights. So you can see on your screen different type of human rights are written on your screen. Look at your screen and open your book, page number 2. Page number 2, chapter Human Rights. You have to take a notebook and a pen with you as well. You can underline important lines and you can write down any important point I am telling you on your copy. Is it clear? So, in our previous lecture, we discussed about the different types of human rights like freedom, right to trust, right to justice, right to rule of law, right to peace and prosperity, right to dignity and equality. Now we are starting our chapter human rights and next lecture about human rights. So first of all, you can see the heading of Universal Declaration Human Rights. This is also this heading is also on page number 2 in your books. This is the name of document and you can see the lines and important points are written on your screen. This organization was formed in 1946 AD to promote peace between nations of the world. Is it clear? So this is the this is an organization which is working for maintaining peace between the nations of the world. You can see the logo of this organization also on your screen, Universal Declaration of Human Rights. So this organization was formed in 1946. Underline the important lines. Especially the line in which you can see that this the year of the formation of this organization in 1946. So the member countries of the United Nations agreed upon a list of about 30 human rights. And which are the countries, the member countries? The member countries of United Nations. United Nations was also formed in 1946 for maintaining peace in the world. After this organization was formed after World War II. Is it clear? So the member countries wanted to maintain peace and they wanted to resolve their dispute through table talks instead of war. Is it clear? So United Nations was formed in 1946 after Second World War and they wanted to maintain peace throughout the world or between the nations of the world. So Universal Declaration of Human Rights is was also a document about 30 human rights and it was an important document because so many people from around the world agreed that human rights were important and Pakistan also played very important role for maintaining peace in the world. Is it clear? This is the name of an organization, and this is the logo of this organization, and it was also a document. Is it clear? It was a document. In this document, there were 30 important human rights were present in this document, and it was an important document. Is it clear? You can write these lines in your notebook, or you can underline these important lines in your book on page number 2. So, like other countries, Pakistan also played a very important role in getting it through by other Muslim countries. When this document was formed, this organization was formed, Pakistan played, and after the independence of Pakistan, Pakistan also played an important role for maintaining peace between the nations, and Pakistan also played an important role between the Muslim countries to approve them, or approval of this document. Is it clear? Tell me in your chat box. Are you listening me? Okay. So, the Persian poet Sadi of Shiraz. He is also called Sadi Shirazi. Is it clear? He was a very famous poet. He wrote many books about human rights, or about, he wrote many books, and he wrote also many short stories for the on the topic of ethics, and on the topic of human rights, and about different kings, and about their rule, about their government. He told the nations how to rule. So he was very famous poet and writer as well. The Persian poet and writer Sadi of Shirazi had said long ago, children of Adam are names to each other, having been created of one essence. It means that they all have rights, they all have some rights when they were born. Is it clear? So he also told the people and updated the people about different type of human rights. And through his stories and through his poetry, he aware the people how to maintain their rules. He told the governments, and he also told the Muslim rulers stories who were maintaining human rights, and who were giving these rights to their subjects. Subjects mean their people. Is it clear? So you can see next slide on your screen. In 1948 AD, the member countries of United Nations agreed upon a list of about 30 human rights, which are called the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Is it clear? As I told you in my previous slides, I told you about the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, and it was an organization, and as well, it is a document as well. Is it clear? So we are talking about those 30 human rights. Some of important human rights are also present on your screens, and you can see these important human rights. You can see here human rights, and what are these rights? Right to education, right to thought. It means right to say anything which you are thinking that this is right. Is it clear? Or right to, we can say that right to expression. Right to press, it means freedom of press, freedom of electronic media, freedom of print media. It means press means newspapers and different type of news channels, you can say, or social media also. It means you have to write down, or you have to write to say, or you have to write down any right thing. This is called through print media or electronic media and social media as well. So this is, it means right to expression, right to press, right to information. You have a right to get any type of good information. You have right to speech. Is it clear? If you want to say something towards government or towards any organization or any institution of your country, you have to write to speech. Is it clear? You have to write to follow your religion. So, when Pakistan came into being, Quaid-e-Azam said to the majority and also minority, he said them that you are free for your temples, you are free for your religion, you have to right to go your temple, you have to right to go to your church, you have to right to go your mosque. Is it clear? So this is the right to religion. You have the right to adopt any type of religion. You feel that this is good for you. Is it clear? So next one is the right to movement. Movement, this word is being used in two meanings. Like you have to write to movement means you are free to go to anywhere. And also the second meaning is you have to right to participate in any type of movement which is against or in the favor of any type of government or any organization. So you have to right to movement. Is it clear? Okay, Alina beta, are you listening me? Tell me, hurry up. Okay, good. Ishal, you are listening me. Muhammad on. Tell me, beta, hurry up. Okay, good. Well done. So you have to listen very carefully about the meanings of the rights. Here we can see in our side that we are all born free. Is it clear? So this is a very famous saying of also a philosopher said in past that we are all born free. It means we are all born free. We are not bound for our basic rights, and basic rights are, these are the basic rights. So on your book you can see heading Universal Declaration of Human Rights. This is all about those rights, and there are many other rights also. Is it clear? Beta, I'm speaking loudly. Please focus towards your lecture and try to check your device. Alina, and tell me, Arya, tell me, are you listening me? I'm trying my best. Check your device. Beta, this is very interesting chapter, and try to be focused towards your chapter. Okay, Alina. Okay, beta Shahid. Thank you. So I repeat my words and listen carefully, and I want to explain all type of the human rights which are present in your stream. So if you are listening me, then try to be focused towards your lecture. So, beta, I'm repeating my words. In 1948 AD, the member countries of the United Nations, you and me, United Nations, and what is the duty? What are the duties of United Nations? United Nations, as I told you, is an organization which was formed in 1946 after Second World War because the different countries did not want any type of war, any type of disaster. They did not want killing the people in the war, innocent people which were killed in the war. So they decided that they have to organize and they had to organize any type of organization. So they formed United Nations. Is it clear? And all the countries of the world, almost 93 countries, 193 countries are members of United Nations nowadays. Is it clear? And all these member countries wanted to resolve their conflicts, their disputes through table talks. Is it clear? Instead of war. They do not want war anymore. So in this United Nations, this is an organization. It has many type of the organization. It has many type of institutions, or you can say it has many type of organs. Organs means it has many type of institutions which are working in different fields. Is it clear? So they organized or they formed 30 human rights which are called Universal Declaration of Human Rights. So this is Universal Declaration of Human Rights is also an organ or an institution or organization of this main organization of United Nations. It means Universal Declaration of Human Rights is the part of United Nations. So this organization is working for human rights. Is it clear? And I am telling you about different type of human rights and explaining you. So we were on the right to movement. So movement means it has two meanings. You have to right to go anywhere, and you have to right to participate any type of movement which is against or in favor of government or any organization or any type of institution. So you have to right to movement. You have to right to association. It means you have to right to associate any type of organization, NGO, institution, where you can go, you are free to do your job, you are free to associate with any type of any single person or any type of organization. So you have to right to assembly, you have to right to education, and this is a very important or most important right. Is it clear? So you have to right to get education. You are free to get education. Nobody can bound you, or nobody can restrict you that you to get education. Is it clear? So I told you all about the human rights. So we will see our next slide now. And Vita, this is another organization named Amnesty International. What is the name? Amnesty International. And this is the logo of Amnesty International. You can see a candle and on your screens, and this is the logo of this is the candle of hope. Is it clear? Hope. Hope for those people who have not any type of who has not any type of human rights. So this organization is working for getting human rights for people, especially for the people who were imprisoned. Imprisoned means you can see on your slide point number 2, but first of all we will see our point number 1. Amnesty International is an other organization for human rights. And because these are the international human rights organizations which are working for human rights, Universal Declaration of Human Rights is also an international organization which is working for the whole countries of whole member countries of United Nations, and this is also the international organization. As you can see, I wrote on my slides, Amnesty International is an other organization working for human rights. Is it clear? This is another international organization. So it works for those people who have been imprisoned because of their religious beliefs or political beliefs. So we focus towards these 2 points. It is working for those people who have been imprisoned. Imprisoned means the people who are in jail. Is it clear? For any type of charge. But which type of charge? Like religious belief, the people who were protesting any type in any type of movement, so they are in jail now, or political beliefs that might be possible. There are people who were protesting or forming any type of movement. They were any type of, they were might be possible, they were politicians or the workers of any organization or workers of any political party. So they are not criminals. Is it clear? Actually, this Amnesty International is working for the people who did not do or involved, who are not involved in any type of criminal activities, but they were participating in any type of religious movement, or they were participating in any type of political movements, but now for any reason they are in jail or they are imprisoned. Imprisoned means being jailed. Is it clear? Tell me, are you listening me? Or tell me also, is it interesting?
Yes.
Okay, beta. But turn off your mic, beta. So, tell me, Amnesty, is about this topic. Are you understanding this? Can I discuss my next slide? Or there is any confusion? Okay. So we have discussed 2 organizations. First one is uh, Universal Declaration of Human Rights, and second one is Amnesty International. Universal Declaration of Human Rights is working for the all type of human rights throughout the nations, but Amnesty International is working specifically, and it is working for the people who were in prison. Is it clear? So this organization write down or underline these lines which are present in your book on page number 3 in the topic Amnesty International. Underline these lines. This organization was established in 1961. A British lawyer, Peter Benson, established it. Is it clear? So, the headquarters of Amnesty International are in London, in Britain. Is it clear? So, Amnesty International works for those people, as I told you, who are imprisoned because of their religious or political beliefs. The organization also works for the promotion of Universal Declaration of Human Rights. This is very important line, beta. This Amnesty International is also working with Universal Declaration of Human Rights. So these two organizations are working with cooperation. Is it clear? Next one is threat to human rights. Is it clear? Threats to human rights. This is very sad. This is a very sad incident which I am telling you. So this is a threat from terrorists. Is it clear? The threats all over the world uh, is in this problem or trouble that they have to face the threats from terrorists. Is it clear? So threats to human rights. And the first one is first topic. Beta, turn off your mic, beta. First line you can see on 11th September 2001, two passenger planes. Is it clear? You can see the real picture of that time which I am telling you. These are two towers. These are in America and these are called World Trade Centers. There are many type of offices internationally working, different type of organizations were there. All these two buildings are having lots of offices of different type of organizations, institutions. So at morning one day, they were all the people were working there as they were feeling that they were working as routine as they were always working there. So they came their offices, they were working there, and then what happened? On 11th September, the date was 11th September 2001, two passenger jet planes struck the Twin Towers. These are called twin towers. You can see these are the same. These two towers these two towers look like same. Is it clear? So these two towers, two passenger planes. It means two passenger aeroplanes struck the twin towers. They hit them. There are two jet planes with the passengers, and they were being hijacked by the terrorists, and they ordered their pilots to turn their planes towards these two towers. So the planes hit these two towers. Is it clear? How sad this is. So jet planes struck the twin towers of World Trade Center in New York. These were called World Trade Center. Nearly 3,000 people were killed in this incident because so many people were present in World Trade Centers and so many people were present in these two planes as well. So nearly 3,000 people were killed in this incident, and this incident is called 9/11. Is it clear? Underline these lines. This we are always remembering this sad event through saying 9/11. Is it clear? So this was a terrorist attack. What is this? This was the terrorist attack. Okay, beta, Hania, I am trying my best. Be focused, please. So this was a terrorist attack. So listen carefully. Last time on September 11, 2001, around 3,000 people were killed by the terrorist attack at World Trade Center, most of the Muslim countries suffered due to this disaster, including Pakistan. So all over the world, the non-Muslim countries, the European countries, also America and other countries thought that this is the terrorists were Muslims. They were saying they said that they were Muslim, but Muslims are not doing this. Muslims are not allowed to do this, to kill innocent people. But because of this disaster, different Muslim countries, including Pakistan, suffered many type of problems. This disaster caused a great terrorism in Pakistan also. After this, the great terrorism and threats of terrorism are also started in Pakistan as a result affecting the people and economy of Pakistan. And these threats also affected the economy and people of Pakistan. Is it clear? So the United States decided after this incident, and why United States decided? Because the Twin Towers were situated in United Nations of America. So they lost their people. There was a great disaster in their country, so they decided that this was the work of a terrorist organization, and definitely it was the work of terrorist organization. So terrorism, what is the meaning of terrorism? First of all, we can see what is the meaning of terrorism. Terrorism is a crime. Beta, write down the definition if you want to learn this, or so you can write this. Terrorism is a crime defined as the use of violence in order to create fear among the citizens. Terrorism is a crime, and it is a crime defined as they use terrorists use violence in order to create fear among the citizens. So the United States declared it a war on terrorism. They said that they declared a war against the terrorists, and they named it war on terrorism. Is it clear? The US believed, it means United States of America believed that it was fighting against a war. They thought that they were fighting against terrorists, and they thought that this is not only the fighting, but this is a war-like situation. So they thought they are fighting against a war, against terrorists. So therefore, it attacked government and people who were suspected of being involved in the terrorism. So they thought that especially all the Muslim countries are responsible for this attack, including Pakistan. So I told you in my previous slide that Pakistan was also affecting for and this terrorism. So, therefore, it attacked government and people who were suspected of being involved in the terrorism. Afghanistan and Iraq were attacked soon after 9/11. After 9/11, they started war in the United States started or war on the in Afghanistan and Iraq. This situation has alarmed the supporters of human rights across the world. So, human rights organizations which are supporting human rights, they were being alarmed that through this action of United States, many innocent people are being affected, because they are all, or the people are not responsible for this 9/11 terrorism attack, which was being done on America or Twin Towers. Many innocent peoples are not responsible throughout the world. But United States thought that all the countries, especially Muslim countries, are responsible for this attack. This situation has alarmed the supporters of human rights. They did not like the term war of terrorism, and they opposed the term which was using United States war on terrorism. They were in the opposition of this term. So last slide is human rights in the Constitution of Pakistan. Beta, Constitution is an important document in any country. It is a set of law, and this total slide will be discussed in our next lecture. I will told you about this. So beta, we can see that it is a set of law. Constitution is a set of law which tells the government how to rule. According to the constitution, all the rights should be available to all the citizens. And what are these rights? Right to dignity, right to equality. These are all the rights which are given towards which are given to the people, towards the government. So beta, these are our slides, and if you have to any question, you can ask me any type of question and tell me about how many rights were there in human declaration document. Hurry up, tell me. Anyone? Hurry up, beta, time is short. Anyone? Alina, Adika? Javeria, Anya, who is telling me? Yes, beta. Hurry up. Time is too short. Okay, beta. That's all for today. Take care. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz, beta. Turn off your cameras, beta, please. Turn off your
Allah Hafiz,
cameras.
miss.
Allah Hafiz.